supposed to land there. It's well done, don't get me wrong. Just not what was expected. At this point, I think it's probably best if we start the lesson over.
Hello and welcome to the second installment of Flight Simulator videos. It's part 2 of the tutorial, so yeah, let's get cracking. We've got our first solo flight now, so yeah, as you've seen in the first part, we've done all the basics, basic controls, instrument reading, takeoff and landings, traffic patterns. And now it's time for our first solo flight. We'll see how it goes, but yeah, after that we have navigation and first solo navigation. No clue what that means, the difference between all of them, but yeah, we'll see what happens. So let's start with the first one, first solo flight. We'll start again in Sedona, complete standard traffic pattern without assistance from the instructor, which means takeoff, landing, maybe a flyby traffic pattern. So basically the last tutorial. We have good flight conditions. Let's go. It takes about 10 minutes.
You weren't really supposed to land there. It's well done, don't get me wrong. Just not what was expected. At this point, I think it's probably best if we start the lesson over. You weren't really supposed to land there. It's well done, don't get me wrong. Just not what was expected. At this point, I think it's probably best if we start the lesson over. It's time, your first solo flight. I'll be watching from the ground in radio contact if you need me, but something tells me you won't.
You have a lot of confidence.
Your goal is to complete Sedona's left-hand traffic pattern on your own. Remember what we covered in our previous sessions, and you'll be just fine. Good luck.
Well,
see you on the other side.
I've tried like 5 times now, so I hope it will work. I watched the video and saw that maybe I should be a little shorter on turning. So let's see. I've done it so many times that I think I've passed this test, even though I didn't complete the traffic pattern. Fingers crossed, here we go. Accelerate to around 75 knots. There we are, and away we go. So we're going to maintain 21 until 54. We're going to around 12. And then climb to 57 and then go back to around 4 degrees. So we'll be turning here with a corner of around 20 degrees. Yeah. And then immediately turn and follow this river over here and climb up to around 57. Why isn't it? Yeah. Oh, this is so shaky. Okay. Oh, okay, so it's a very precise point to hit, but you can't see where. But I found out that it is over the river at 5,700 feet. So that means we're trimming out a bit. So it's around 45 degrees, so here we are. It's a very weird point, but we've made it. And I don't care if it's dirty or not. I think we made it. So let's hold back the throttle a bit. Go around 1800 over here. Just turn in. Oh, that's a bit too far. Oh. We're way too. Should have turned in earlier. Let's brake, so give it a bit of flap. And just land it. Oh. Okay. Missed the taxiway, so just relax. Give it a bit of brake.
Great job. There's always room for improvement, that's life, right? But you did it all on your
Yeah.
own.
Just
You're on
fix
your
the
way to
waypoint.
becoming one hell of a pilot.
No, it's a great, not one hell of a pilot. Oh, after all those landings, just hitting that right spot, it's mental. Oh my god. But we did it. We did it. We did our first solo flight. Well, like 6 times. But here we are. Let's go for the next one. Navigation. Let's see what that has to offer.
I've always said, flying is freeing. Open skies, endless possibilities. But to fully enjoy it, you need to be prepared. We're going to focus this lesson on navigation prep and procedures, the fundamentals of getting from point A to point B. Step 1, putting some distance between us and the ground.
Let's go. So when we're in the air, it probably says go to heading 41 degrees and fly a distance of 8.8 nautical miles and an estimated around 5 minutes of flying. that makes sense. So let's go. We're at 75 and let's pull the stick. And I think we have to climb to 5400 feet.
All right, we're off. Now,
58.
keep climbing around the airport till we reach 5,800 feet.
Climb around. Follow the left-hand pattern. The loved left-hand pattern. I'm pretty short, but I don't give a crap. We're above the river, so we are actually in the traffic pattern. 56. Climb a bit more. 57.
It goes without saying, but good navigation starts with good departure prep. Let's set up the aircraft for the first leg of your trip. Attitude? Check. Now for your heading. When you need to set and maintain a heading, you'll want to rely on your heading indicator. Compasses are prone to errors, especially during turns or while accelerating or decelerating. Go ahead and position your plane above the airport.
Departure position. It's over there. Come on, turn. And we'll have to fly.
One last bit of departure prep. We need to validate the time. That's a fancy way of saying start the clock.
Okay. Reset.
On the nav log, you can see our next
Start.
waypoint, Munns Park. Is at a 41-degree heading about 5 minutes away. Navigating is basically flying a given heading for a given amount of time. Sometimes you deviate, but if you track the time flown from your last known position, you'll always have at least a range for your current position.
So we have to go, yep, that way. It's free.
We all know speed can increase or decrease depending on the wind. That's why at your next waypoint you'll want to compare your estimated time en route with the actual time flown. Validate your estimate and your progress.
Okay, we're on the way. Let's trim it out a bit more. Oh, it's too far. And here we go. For about 5 minutes now. Level it out a bit. So we have about 4 minutes, 3 minutes to enjoy this view. It's great to finally fly some distance, fly a bit further than we used to. So that's cool. Muntz Park. Looks like a city or a village.
Good. You made it to Muntz
Okay.
Park. According to the nav log, we've got one more stop. Flagstaff Pulliam Airport. An easier way to navigate is to follow identifiable landmarks like highways. And just so happens we have one below us.
Let's follow the highway and reset the clock for. It will be 7 minutes from now, and we'll follow the highway to the airport. Meanwhile, look at the view. It's quite misty when you look a bit far away. I really love that you can see the patches of sunshine through the clouds. Small little details like little bodies of water. I hope to do a lot more of these videos because I'm Soul. There's the highway we need to follow. No. And it says so with a giant marker in the air, but just do it, how it's called, VFR style. Just follow the highway. Would be cool if they included a tutorial in like rain or other strange weather types, just to get a hang of flying in the rain and to show the power of the sim, of course.
As you close in on Flagstaff Pulliam airspace, next step is setting up to enter the traffic pattern. We've got clearance to enter the downwind leg and land on runway 21. Keep your attitude, then follow the standard pattern.
Enter the downwind turn. Well, we're a bit off, so I think we need to turn for a bit and then take a small turn to the right, so we can align. I thought it was over the hills there, but it's a bit closer than I thought. That's not a problem.
nose to a cruise attitude and reduce your power.
So we're making the corner a bit wide, and then 25 will turn.
Power should be at idle now, so you're losing altitude while maintaining cruise attitude.
There it is.
Finally, a landing on runway 21, and we'll call this one done.
Too low. Oh, we're too low. Give it a bit of throttle. And now we can go full idle. Maybe a bit short, but hey, we landed. Are you kidding me? It didn't even pick up my landing.
All right, successful VFR flight in the books. Not bad. Not bad at all.
So, what my little turnaround just did the trick. Okay, well, we did it. And that's the second to last one. The landing was a bit short, but yeah, I did it. It's time for some real flying instead of tutorials. So we only have to do the last one, and then it's time to do some challenges. So let's go.
Are you ready for this? You are going solo on a full VFR flight. You'll be departing Flagstaff Pulliam Airport, handling every navigational step on your way to Sedona. From takeoff to touchdown, it's all you. Don't worry though. Even if I'm not with you in the cockpit, I'm always with you in spirit.
That's reassuring. My microphone stopped working, so here's post-production mic. In this case, we're flying back to Sedona, so park and brake loose and give her beams. Waiting for the airspeed. $60, $70, $75, and let's try to pull her up. Here we go. We have liftoff. So we're trying to get in a nice level flight to Sedona via Mud Park again, and yeah, just fine to, let's see, 8,000 feet. Doing this on a left-hand turn so we can aim for Muns Park in one smooth flow. Yep, just looking for the runway. Still climbing, but also aiming for the 160 degrees. 160 degrees. And start the clock. And start the clock. So now it's just a matter of leveling out, and then we're off to Muns Park. We're just a bit off to the left, and that's because of my joystick. Maybe I can find a way to fix the dead zones on it. But yeah, we're off to our first real solo navigation. Just trying to find the right balance for mixture and throttle, just to keep a nice airspeed going. So if we just look over the nose, we can probably see Muns Park from here. Yep, I can see the golf course on the right, there. Which means we're almost at the first waypoint. I still have to figure out what that meter means. It looks like it's locked in on the waypoint, but yeah, we'll find out sooner or later. So I'm just trying to find the right speed and get level. Could go a lot quicker, but somehow it just wouldn't let me. Or I need to trim it way down, but it seems overkill. Maybe you can advise me on what to do. But in any case, we're almost at Muns Park. From there on, it's a turn to the right. And then we're at Sedona. Okay, so we have to make a turn over the golf course on the right, and then we're almost headed for Sedona Airport. So we have to go to 221, which is a bit to the right. Yeah, so we make the turn over the golf course and then we're off to the airport. It's been like 2 minutes longer, so I think the route to Sedona will be 1.5 minutes longer. Not that it's a problem, but yeah. Here we go. Just look at the clouds with the sun on the right. It's hard to imagine that it's not just a texture, it's something you can interact with. We seem to have been locked in to meters. Still asking the question here. I have no clue what they are, so maybe you could tell me. We are nice and level. We're flying the correct heading. Vertical airspeed is 0. Airspeed around 70 knots, so that's quite slow, but yeah, we're okay. We can enjoy the view a bit. Ah, there it is on the right. Yep. So we have to get aligned with the runway, so just turn it a bit. And then it says land on runway 3. Fly for hours into the sunset. Let's see, but if I'm not mistaken, runway 3 is the opposite end because we're heading on like 21, heading 21, 210 degrees. Wait until we can see. No, those are the marks. figure out what to do. We can't just blindly land. And it's... It's 21. Okay, so we have to make a turn and go around. Let's go to the right. I don't know, but maybe you can also help. We did the left-hand traffic turn. Well, we're probably too close. But is it? Can you just fly on the other side and then try to land? Or are there specific patterns you have to adhere to? Maybe if if some pilot finds my videos, he or she can tell me. I'm genuinely wondering. I tried to learn more. Oh, I can't afford to get in a plane and fly, but I want to do this as realistic as possible. So if you have any tips, tricks, or comments, leave them in the comment section below, and I will try to read them all. Okay, so we have to make the turn back to runway 3. And if we're at 5,000 feet, so could be on the low side. It's 4,800. Oh yeah, ooh, we're way too low. Look at the lights on the runway. They're all red, and that's something I have learned. If they're all red, you're way too low. So try to get a bit more height. Ooh. Still looking over it. So we maintain to keep it level, so it's not a good approach, but it is an approach. Oh, okay, now we can safely land the plane. Throttle back, let's go. Oh, just smooth, easy, come on. And we're down. Ooh. Yep, here we are. Our first solo navigation.
Welcome back, and well done.
Thank you.
It's clear you're ready to fly anywhere on your own now. So, where to next?
And that's the question I want to ask you.
Some people say the sky's the limit. I say, it's just the beginning.
If you have ideas to where to fly to, leave them down in the comment section below. If you like this video and the video series I'm trying to make, like, subscribe, the whole shebang. I'm on Twitch every weekend. And I hope you enjoyed the video. See you next time. Thank you.